So welcome to this first session. I am going to introduce our first presenter, Mr. Victor Kiarie, who will be speaking to us on a climatic design app. Victor is a graduate architect from the University of Nairobi, fairly young, 2020. He's passionate about driving Kenya's space to shape future through innovation in the built environment and climate sustainability. His design philosophy centers on celebrating a unique African identity in the 21st century and asking, how can we embrace progress while cherishing our rich traditions and responding to our climate? So that is the question that he will be answering and helping us to answer this morning. Welcome, Victor.
Thank you. Again, my name is Victor Kiarie. Just as Marilyn has said, I'm a graduate architect from the University of Nairobi, graduating 2020. And today I'll be presenting a climatic design app that I have developed, and I hope you guys can try it out and give me feedback on it. So the name of the app is Dirah. Dirah from the word Dirah, compass in Swahili. Logic being, every architectural drawing must have a compass. At least that's what I learned from school. So ideally what you're doing is giving this compass on your drawing more information and giving it power. And of course, to keep it interesting, we just developed an image for our logo on that other side. Boraqs doesn't feel left behind. We also did one for them. I hope they like it. Yeah. So let's start with myself, Victor Kiarie, and it's easy to ask, okay, who is this guy? What is he doing here? Ideally, I'm an architect with multiple side quests. I have an interest in technology. Even the people who went to school with can attest to that. Beyond that, I also have interest in virtual reality development. I've developed experiences for architectural visualization. I've actually won a competition by Facebook Meta in 2022 with my colleague Kevin, who's also an architect. And I also love gaming. I'm a VR gamer. The other thing is now in artificial intelligence, which is the reason I'm here. I'm an AI enthusiast, a developer, and a founder. So when it comes to AI, when people mention AI, it's easy for us to feel as if it's just another buzzword. So ukisikia AI, you go like, this is something else. We've had BIM, we've had machine learning, we've had IoT, all those things that always, every time there's something else comes up. So the question can be, is this another fad? And for that, I just think I'd just like to tell you, it actually is not. AI is a game changer. It is a big game changer, and it will change everything that we do. And I think we've already started seeing that. It will change how automation is done, it will change innovation, it will prosper new possibilities in industries that have never existed before, and it will have a major social impact in the world. Just to keep it interesting, also, I think it's important to have photos, generated photos. And the question here I'm asking is, can AI take us to a more sustainable future? This is particularly for architecture. And beyond sustainable future, whereby we're talking about the climate, can it take us to a more a place where we appreciate our culture better, that we can make Africa, our culture, shine in how we design our buildings. So again, just some more images to keep it interesting, generated on AI, of course. So let's start with the problem. So what is the problem? So the question is, why don't architects, quantity surveyors, developers come up with climate responsive solutions? And the simple answer is, number one, there's a lack of climate data and analysis tools. For example, in Kenya, I think Kenya is served by about 170 meteorological stations. That is nowhere enough for you to get enough climate data, and it's something we always experience. As an architect, when you're designing, how are you going to respond to the climate if you don't have data? The other problem was limited knowledge of climate responsive design principles. For example, how many of you can fill a psychometric chart? How many of you know how to do the calculations on sun shading and such principles? And I think also the main other problem is that there's a prioritization of cost and aesthetics over sustainability. So we'll see how my app can try act as a solution for that. And our solution for that one is to provide sustainable, accessible climate data and analysis tools. We'll see how that works. We're going to offer tailored recommendations for the exact location that you choose, for the exact climate and the type of building you're working on. And the other thing is we're going to prioritize sustainability. So here we're promoting, because sometimes sustainability comes as I think what we call greenwashing, whereby you do a building, then you slap some solar panels on it, and yeah, it's green. So again, we're promoting from the point of contact, from inception, from the day you're going on site, that climate responsiveness is top of mind. And the products and services we're going to provide, they were going to provide climate data tools, we're going to provide simulation tools, and eventually we're going to provide education. So it'll be a platform where you come and ask AI anything pertaining to sustainability. You'll find articles, but that is what is going to come in future. So how does the app work? Let me check my time. Yeah, so if I can point. All right, so into our custom AI model, which is the thing with the cogwheels, we're able to feed in project location. We'll see how that works. And then we're able to get climate data for that location. So this includes temperature, relative humidity, wind direction, wind speed, precipitation. And then a user is allowed to put in their project details, where you're telling us what type of project are you working on? What are your sustainability goals? And then at the back of it, we have a climate design knowledge database. So here we're picking knowledge from the existing indexes. For example, Safari Building Index, the LEED certification, Green Star from Australia, and Edge. So we'll see how that works. And so all that is put into a custom AI model that analyzes all the information and gives you an output, which gives you recommendations for your particular location. And then you're able to get an image out of it. So we'll see how it works. I'll be sharing a link to the demo video later. And for now, I'd want us to look at a demo that we're working on. So this is a website. It's Dirah, www.dirah.ai. You can check it out after I'm done. So you come on it, and let's start with the website. It's a web app. It's not a website. So you come in and you have the hero section explaining what we do. You can start by watching a demo on how it works. And vote for Dirah. We're going to tell you what that's about. And then we also expect to get some feedback from you. So the first thing that you do when you get onto it is pick a location. And for here, I think allow me to pick somewhere like Wajir. So once you pick a location, the map element takes you to that location, and you can see the coordinates for that location appear. And then you can come and get climate data for that location. So what's happening at that moment when you say get climate data is that we have a data layer over the map that picks up those particular climatic parameters we chose. So then you come and pick your building type. For example, we have some preset building types. For example, let's say you're doing a residential building. Your sustainability is energy efficiency, and you want it to be made, let's say, under the Safari Building Index. So you come and say, okay, do you have any specific requirements? For example, let's say we want to consider Islamic architecture. So that gives it a cultural, almost a cultural weighting, so that it's something that's also considered. But ideally for that specific requirement could be anything. So then again, you come and say, get recommendations. And so now we have a generation in progress. Just give it a moment. And what you get out of that, this is the information you get. You have climate analysis for that location. It gives you the coordinates, the temperature, and gives you some design recommendations. So because, again, architects are visual people, we'd like to generate an image and see how that works. And so as we give it time to generate the image, I'd also like to say that this app has been submitted to a competition by Google called the Google Gemini API competition. And voting is currently on for it. And that's why the link is there. So what's currently happening is the recommendations that we get are being fed back into the AI model. And it's giving us an image generation prompt, which then goes again to an image generation API. And so once you're done with that, you come and you get your recommendations again, and then you have an image. So at this point, it could be literally anything, and I want you guys to try it out. Pick any location in the world, whether it be the Arctic Circle, the Sahara Desert, Mount Kenya, Congo Forest, it will work. And we expect to get feedback from you. There's a lot more that's coming up. For example, we'd like to add chatting, for example, because currently we're not chatting the data. So we'll add psychometric chats and such stuff. So once you're done, come and save your recommendations. And you'll see that they're successfully saved. So I think now we can go back to my presentation. To try it out, you can scan that QR code, but I'll make it available. But then again, the website is really simple, www.dirah.ai. You can get in touch with us using those contacts, though we can talk after the presentation. So again, our call to action is try the app. It's free for you. It's not free for us. So therefore, the images that you get, we expect you to share them with us through social media, using the channels that we've shared, Instagram, dirah.ai, LinkedIn, Dirah AI. Just share with us what you think about it. Give us feedback with the feedback form on the website, and also remember to vote for us. And finally, as I come to a close, I'd like to thank you all for your time, and also thank Boraqs for the opportunity to present. It continues to prove that Boraqs has the young architects at mind and is thinking about the future. And then finally, I want to congratulate the graduating class that's graduating tomorrow. You guys are my classmates, and wish you all the best in the industry. For the candidates that are coming up, including myself, all the best. And finally, I'd like to thank some people. For example, my supervisor, Lawrence Mwangi Gitau, architect, and architect Irene Musioka, and architect Michael Njau, and architect Caroline Chege. Thank you.
All right. Please put up the details of his pages for 1 minute, please. Let's give Victor another round of applause. A space where we are asking people to create employment, to be creative and all that. He is walking the talk, yes? And to tell him thank you, I'd like us to follow him on his social media pages. Please pick up your phones if you're on Instagram, if you're on LinkedIn, if you are on YouTube. He is the millennial architect. Are you a millennial? All right, he's half a Gen Z, half a millennial. So if you're on YouTube, you can follow him. He is the millennial architect. Subscribe to his channel. Let us show him our love and our support. Vote for Dirah AI. So before you have your lunch, as you're thinking how hungry you are, before you eat that first bite, ask yourself, did I vote for Dirah AI? We must support our very own. So thank you very much, Victor. I am very inspired by your presentation.